So number 7, if you could work, yeah, modal verb, could, bare infinitive, work. If you could work part-time, would you choose, look, there's another modal verb in the bare infinitive. Would you choose to do so? So you have part-time work, which is maybe only 20 hours a week. And then you have full-time, which is the opposite, which is what most of you do. And most people work full-time, of course, yeah? Most people work full-time because they need the money. It's not possible to survive, to get by. Yeah, there's a good word here, to get by. It's not possible to get by. To make ends meet is another excellent expression, which means to survive. Both of them mean to survive financially. And so I think it's not possible to survive on part-time salary. Yeah, and so remember, salary is your money, your wages, your pay. And so if you could work part-time, would you choose to do so? Yeah, maybe you could. Maybe your spouse earns a lot of money and you could afford to work part-time. So if you could work part-time, would you choose to do so? Yeah, this is a hypothetical. If your spouse did earn enough money, and notice I say did and infinitive, did earn, yeah, after did, bare infinitive. If your spouse did earn enough money, would you choose to work part-time? Yeah, tell me. I wouldn't. I think it's boring. You know, even if my wife did earn enough so that I could work part-time, and I suppose maybe I could for a few months, still I wouldn't choose to do so because I like my job. I like what I do and I enjoy doing it a lot. Okay, number 8. Do you fancy taking? Fancy is gerund. Do you fancy taking early retirement? Now, when you retire, you become a pensioner. And so early retirement is maybe at 60 years old, 55 years old. Yeah, do you fancy taking early retirement? Do you fancy retiring early? It's another way you can say it. What would you spend your time doing if not working? Yeah, notice we say spend time doing. And it doesn't even have to be that noun. You can say I spent 3 weeks relaxing on the beach. Yeah, so spend time doing. What would you spend your time doing if not working? Yeah, what would you spend your time doing if you took early retirement? Okay, number 9. Do you regret resigning from any of your previous jobs? Yeah, I have resigned from many jobs now, many jobs, and I don't think I regret resigning from any of them. I am very happy that I resigned from all of them because I am very happy doing what I am doing now, yeah? I'm very happy. Notice I said there, I gave you a rule. I'm very happy to do what I do now, or I'm very happy doing what I do now. I must admit that sometimes after an adjective, you can actually use a gerund. It's a gerund or a 2 plus infinitive, but I'm trying to give you rules where you always get it correct. And it's not, sometimes it will sound very strange if you use a gerund after an adjective. It doesn't there. I'm very happy doing what I'm doing makes me very happy. And then it's the subject, yeah? Doing what I'm doing makes, that's the subject of the verb makes me very happy. But I'm very happy doing what I'm doing. Okay, next one, number 10. Do you think it is good to join a trade union? So yeah, 2 plus infinitive after adjective. And here, if you say, do you think it is good joining a trade union? That doesn't sound too bad. I must admit, that sounds okay to me. But most of the time you'll see to join. It's the more common option. So do you think it is good to join a trade union? Why? What are the advantages and disadvantages in your industry?